30th of May was World MS Day. But what is MS? What does it mean and what's it all about? Well, imagine your right leg getting pins and needles and going pretty much to sleep. We've all had a similar experience, right? But now imagine that it stayed that way for 3 weeks. You get an MRI scan of your brain done to establish a baseline. You then visit hospital for the day to have an infusion of methylprednisolone, which completely knocks you flat. Whilst it gives your chemistry teaching husband a good idea for an exercise in class, for you it is seriously not a great day. Then, a few months later, you're walking through the mall and your leg catches fire. No, we're not talking spontaneous combustion, but it feels like there are patches on your leg that are on fire. Back to the neurologist and another MRI. Now that you have 2 MRI scans of your brain, a comparison can be made between the original and the latest. And there they are, lesions in your brain indicating scarred tissue on the myelin sheath of your nerve cells. You have just been diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. That's my wife's story of how she came to be diagnosed with MS. Let's take a brief look at what's going on. Here's a typical diagram of a nerve cell. Cell body on the left, then the nerve fiber, called the axon, leads to the axon terminals on the right. It's the axon that electrical signals race down. Now, you'll note that the axon is actually surrounded by something. 5 somethings in this diagram. They're called Schwann cells and are made of a fatty substance called myelin. This myelin helps the electrical impulses race along the axon. But here's another diagram, this time with degraded myelin. We say the nerve fiber has been demyelinated, and this presents a problem for signals trying to make their way down the axon. Either the signals get distorted or they don't make it at all. This is what's going on with MS. With multiple sclerosis, the body's own immune system attacks the myelin surrounding the nerve fibers in the brain, spinal cord, and optic nerves. Myelin insulates the nerves and helps them send electrical signals that control movement, speech, and other functions. When myelin is destroyed, scar tissue forms and nerve messages are not transmitted properly. That's the sclerosis part of the name. It means scar or scarring. And of course, the multiple is indicative that it happens in more than one place. MS can lead to a wide variety of symptoms, from abnormal sensations like numbness or tingling, to decreased coordination, to visual problems including blindness, to weakness and fatigue, to straight up pain and even paralysis. The symptoms, severity and duration can vary from person to person. Some people with MS may be symptom-free for most of their lives, whilst others can have severe chronic symptoms that never go away. Who gets MS? Anyone could, really. It can occur at any age, but onset usually occurs around 20 and 40 years of age. It's also 3 times more common in females. About 26,000 Australians have MS, with 10 more being diagnosed every week. Globally, there seems to be a correlation between distance from the equator and reduced cases of MS, with countries like Canada, Denmark and Sweden having the highest incidence. Research over the years has shown that maintaining adequate levels of vitamin D may have a protective effect, and a number of studies have shown that people who get more sun exposure and vitamin D in their diet have a lower risk of MS. What can be done if you have MS? Unfortunately, not a lot at this stage. The cause is unknown and there is no cure. There are a number of disease-modifying therapies, whether by injection or infusion or taken orally, but none of them are ideal. Also, you can never really be sure if the drug is keeping the MS at bay or if you'll experience further symptoms tomorrow. So here's to those suffering from MS, as well as their families whose lives are often also affected. Basically, MS sucks. At this stage, there is no cure, just management. What we need to do is kiss goodbye to MS. A lot of research is being undertaken to do just that, and one day we'll do it. In the meantime, please share this video to raise awareness of this often invisible autoimmune disease.